guys, welcome back to the SUPES channel. My name is Matthew Ramos, and on this channel I aim to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, we finally got some news and some actual photos and descriptions to break down for Spider-Man 3. Most of you guys know Spider-Man 3 is my most anticipated superhero movie right now, and the fact that we have an actual good look at the movie, we have a description of a scene that we're gonna break down. It's so amazing to be at this stage in the game where we're finally getting some things for Spider-Man 3, and they're actually like legit things that this movie is going to consist of. It's not rumors, it's not speculation, it's legit scenes, it's legit information. So right before we get into breaking down that, guys, make sure to subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified when these videos go up. Now without further ado, let's break down some new set photos and a scene description for Spider-Man 3. So right now, Spider-Man 3 is currently filming in Atlanta, and over the past 48 hours, we've gotten 2 sets of set photos and an actual scene description for a scene that's going to be in Spider-Man 3, a scene that features MJ, Ned, and Peter. So right before we get into breaking down, let's break down the first batch of set photos that we got. One of them giving us a new look at the Far From Home suit that is still going to be in Spider-Man 3. It's the same red and black suit. However, there are a few minor upgrades that actually make the suit even look better than it already did in Spider-Man Far From Home. The main difference between this suit that we see here in these set photos is the utility belt. The utility belt doesn't have the black stripes on it, and it's more pointed down. It's more pointy at the bottom of it. Whereas in, the Spider-Man Far From Home suit, you guys can obviously see the stripes on the utility belt, and it's more linear, it's more flat, it's not curved, pointed downward. So again, a few minor changes to the new suit, but you guys know how much I love this suit. I think it's my personal favorite Spider-Man suit. I'm a sucker for red and black. I think it looks amazing, and I think the changes in the utility belt make it look, it gives it more of a classic layout. So I'm loving it. I'm loving the upgrades, and I'm noticing that it's like a darker red than in the red that we saw in Spider-Man Far From Home. So hopefully now moving into Spider-Man 3, they don't CGI the suit, because the set photos for Spider-Man Far From Home, the suit looked freaking amazing, but in the movie they CGI'd the suit so much. So I'm hoping going into Spider-Man 3 they CGI the suit a lot less, because it already looks freaking amazing. Another Spider-Man 3 set photo that we got was a photo of Harry Holland, Tom Holland's brother, on set, and he was connected to like some wires, and they actually flipped him. So it looks like Harry Holland has gotten a role in Spider-Man 3. What? Tom just finessed his brother a role in Spider-Man 3, and that's what it's looking like. I don't understand, if he didn't have a role in the movie, why they would have him connected to wires. Maybe he doesn't even have a role. Maybe he's just like an extra. Like, because, in Spider-Man movies, there's always other citizens that are involved in like major action sequences. And in this scene, since Harry is connected to wires and he gets flipped, maybe during a fight sequence, something happens, and like Spider-Man has to like move him out of the way because he's just like a random citizen. Like, I feel like that is extremely plausible as well. So point is, Harry Holland is going to be in Spider-Man 3 somehow, in some way, judging off of this set photo. Now moving on to the set photos we've gotten today, which, one big thing, these set photos that we got today confirm that Spider-Man 3 will take place during Christmas. Iron Man 3 is no longer going to be the only movie in the MCU that has to do with Christmas, because Spider-Man 3 is taking place during Christmas time. And especially after playing the Spider-Man Miles Morales video game, where that took place during the winter time, I cannot be more excited to finally see a live-action Spider-Man web swinging across the city in the snow. Finally. So Spider-Man 3 is taking place during Christmas, which means there is going to be a time jump from Spider-Man Far From Home to Spider-Man 3, which is going to be very interesting. And the most interesting thing about that is to see how everything is going to unfold between the events after Spider-Man Far From Home to the beginning of Spider-Man 3. How is the city's perception of Spider-Man going to change? And we actually have a set video that kind of alludes to where the city's going to be at the beginning of Spider-Man 3 in terms of their perception of Spider-Man. So as you guys can see in this video that showcases a newsstand on the set of Spider-Man 3, there are 2 very important types of posters on this newsstand. There's one that showcases Mysterio, and it says, "I believe," alluding to a crowd that believes Mysterio and what he had to say at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. And then there's another poster that says, "Citizens to defend Spidey." So it seems like Spider-Man 3 is going to pick up, and the city of New York is going to be very divided. There's going to be a crowd of people that believe Spider-Man and that believe Spider-Man is innocent coming off of the events of Spider-Man Far From Home. And then there's going to be another crowd that believe Mysterio and believe that Spider-Man is responsible for the events that happened in London. Now moving on to some other set photos we got featuring Tom Holland and Zendaya. In these set photos, we see Tom walking down the street, going into a donut shop, and Zendaya's working at the donut shop, or MJ I should say, is working at the donut shop. And we actually have a full scene description of this scene. So basically the scene description reads, Peter's walking down the street to MJ's job, preparing to ask her out. MJ's working at a donut shop with Ned, and when Peter walks in, he gets so nervous that he doesn't ask her out and instead asks for a coffee that MJ brings to him, and then he walks out. For starters, I love everything about this scene. You know, from beginning to end, I feel like this is one of the most relatable Spider-Man scenes we've ever seen. And that's what Spider-Man is all about. That's why he's so popular, because he's so relatable to everyone. And this is definitely one of those scenes where Peter's preparing to ask out a girl, but he's just so nervous that he's walking down the street with like a card, ready to, you know, just memorize his lines, say his lines to MJ and ask her out. And then when he walks in to ask her out, he chokes. And then he just plays it off. He asks for a coffee and then he dips. I love everything about this scene and I cannot wait to see it in Spider-Man 3. And you already know what the type of relationship that Peter and MJ have, that this is going to be one of the most awkward scenes we've ever seen in movie history. Because MJ is already awkward as it is, and then with Peter being so nervous that it's just gonna amplify the awkwardness in their relationship, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see it because this just screams Peter Parker. So guys, with that being said, today we've gotten multiple things for Spider-Man 3. We got some set photos showcasing a newly upgraded version of the Spider-Man Far From Home suit, some set photos showcasing Tom's real-life brother Harry Holland on set, and then some more set photos and an entire scene description showcasing a scene from Spider-Man 3. So with that being said, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of these set photos, what you guys thought of that scene that we got, and I'm loving everything we're seeing. I cannot wait to see this movie. To finally have a Spider-Man movie set during Christmas is something I am so excited to finally see for the first time on the live action big screen. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified when these videos go up. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.